just to pose the question that everyone's asking, who do you think takes the most blame for the way the Mavericks season went? And
Jason
obviously,
Kidd.
it's
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. That's what you're gonna
Jason
say.
Kidd. From what I see from Mavs fans, dude, they hate the guy because like, at what you traded for a guy this offseason that was supposed to be Luka's number 2 option, and he can't play more than 15 minutes a game. For what reason? Sure, the defense isn't there, but the defense isn't there with Luka, so you might as well just go all the way, bro.
Mhm.
Like, if you're gonna do that, what the does Dwight Powell offer over Christian Wood? What the does Dwight Powell offer over Christian Wood?
I guess just like lob threat.
It's really the
I
opposite.
guess, bro, but like, do you not remember opening night? I came on this fucking podcast and rode the Mavs because of what I saw from Christian Wood, bro.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know what the happened with that.
It's
I don't
the
know.
opposite of the Marcus Morris situation in LA.
Yeah.
Like, it's a player that should certainly be playing and isn't.
It's also that the defense issue. They lost everybody, bro. They
Also,
lost
Christian Wood's
Yeah.
a diva, and he likes tweets about him not getting minutes, and it's
The
just
thing
probably
is,
a character.
Should he
thing.
not? Should he
No.
not be mad about it though?
No, Christian-
Liking
no,
tweets is crazy though.
Christian
Like,
Wood's always been like that. He was like
but
on
you
the
have to be a
Rockets, too.
man about it. You can't just like start liking. Like, it's just kind of corny. And I think Mitchell Robinson did it too, and he apologized for it. But Christian
That's
Wood.
because
Christian Wood's
Tom
always been like that,
Thibodeau
though.
is a scary mother. You're telling me if Tom Thibodeau's bald-headed ass comes to your house, knocking on your door, asking you to apologize, you're gonna say no?
You're scared of
That
Eric
dude's a
Cartman?
part of the mafia.
Eric Cartman is crazy.
He's
Yo.
he's finding you. He's coming to your house.
Bro, I don't care. Like, play me in basketball. I'm beating him, dude.
Dog, he's punching you in the head.
Every time I see Tom Thibodeau, bro, Bjorn says he looks like the Penguin
Penguin?
from Batman.
Oh.
Every time I look at Thibodeau now, I just think of that shit, bro.
That's so disrespectful.
Wow, that's actually a pretty.
He's a stereotypical, like, when you think like New York aggression though, he fits.
Oh
the
yeah,
bill.
for sure,
Very-
bro. I don't know, bro. Thibodeau.
Like I said at the beginning of the season though, the New York Knicks cannot win a ring because the city of New
New
York,
York
will
will
burn.
burn.
Okay. Anyway, we move. All right, so you're
Could you imagine
saying
they win a series?
Did you see what happened when they lost a series?
Dude, bro. I might go to New York myself, bro. Shout out to
The
Knicks.
people were out in the streets like slandering Trae Young when they lost a series.
that's-
Can you
that's
imagine
so
what happens if
crazy.
they win?
Trae Young didn't even do nothing wrong.
Donovan's
bro.
a New York resident. He will be run out of New York. Like,
Oh
that
my
is
God,
crazy.
bro.
Being banned from your own city because of the NBA playoffs is crazy. I'll go next. I think all of the blame should go to Mark Cuban. Completely.
Also, you're not wrong. I think it is.
For one, at the trade deadline or sometime, maybe it was the contract extension deadline, Jalen Brunson could have been extended for $55 million over 4 years.
Jesus.
Just an absolute steal. Mark Cuban didn't want to do that. That's fine. Playoffs happen. Jalen Brunson goes off, and you don't want to pay him. You know what? You don't want to pay him. It seems like a lot for a point guard. But the only actual improvement they made was JaVale McGee, who, by the way, doesn't even get minutes anymore, and Christian Wood.
Well, he doesn't get minutes anymore because they're in Cancun, but we move.
that's
By
true.
they did some shameful ass tanking, bro.
That was the. Did you the Spurs game?
Shameful, bro.
33-9 in the first quarter.
Shameful, bro.
I'm not. I
Like,
think.
the basketball gods should be like.
I actually think Adam
yeah.
Silver is gonna give the Knicks the pick. Like that was
Dude,
nasty.
Like it's nasty.
Like there must have been.
bro.
There's no way.
No,
why
they had a chance at the play and just rested everybody. And Luka played the first.
has
quarter.
that ever
Yeah.
happened? Especially
bro.
like before the play and just the playoffs.
Did you not see
a
that clip of-
9
did you
seed
not see
just
the clip of
taking.
Mark Cuban like smiling after they missed the game winner?
Oh, I
Against the
did. He
Bulls?
was, like,
I was
smirking,
I was like,
dude.
dude, what, bro?
No, like I actually think the league has to do something about that because like that's one of the big reasons like tanking that people and tanking makes sense and I don't think you should get rid of it.
Yeah.
But something like that
Dude,
is
no,
just
it's
way
gonna be-
too
what's gonna be
much.
fucked is when they don't give the picks to the Knicks and they get Victor Wimbledon, bro.
No, I'm being serious.
Victor Wimbledon.
Silver's not
Dog,
letting that happen.
Do you
There's
think
no
he could
way.
play like tennis just with his arms? Like, do you think how much power he could generate with those long arms?
Dude,
He
I
could
can't
just,
wait to
like,
see him in the
play
league,
tennis.
bro.
The reach
He probably
is insane.
could,
Dude,
bro.
it's crazy. I'm gonna go. So I think you're definitely right about Mark Cuban. I would say Mark Cuban holds more of the blame than Jason Kidd, but Jason Kidd coached like a war criminal.
The
Towards
thing
the
is, he
end
was
of
a
the season.
great coach last year.
But
Like he made everyone play
here's-
defense all of a sudden.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a
So
different
I don't know.
perspective. I'm gonna take a more basketball oriented perspective. Luka Doncic, you are a borderline generational talent. I think a lot of people would
Luka
say that.
has
The
to be,
defense is not there, but offensively you're generational, right? Where were you at the end of the season? Like it wasn't like you weren't performing, but where was your voice as a leader of that team? Like that's the one thing I've seen people don't judge Luka for that because he's so talented and because he's had great performances in the playoffs, but at some point you have to look at every superstar and say, are you a leader or do you need someone else to come in and take the reins from you and
Draymond Green.
drive that team?
Tap in,
It's
bro.
not crazy.
Tap in.
It's
I
not
thought-
crazy
what-
to
what-
say
what do
that.
you think I said?
It's not
That's the
crazy
only
to
suit
say
of
that.
LeBron.
But for me, one, he is a defensive liability, which is tough to have. It like Steph was a defensive liability early too, and that cost the Warriors. You know, it arguably cost them the 2016 finals because they were hunting Steph in that series, and it also made him more tired offensively. He couldn't perform as well. And the thing about Luka is a guy who needs a high volume of shots or attempts to get to the foul line, and needs the ball in his hands all the time, right? When was the last time a star like that had great success in the NBA?
Kobe Bryant.
And it's a different NBA now.
You're not wrong, but I do think we weren't alive, obviously, back when LeBron was in his like 3rd or 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
What? I was alive.
What do you mean we weren't
Okay,
alive?
no,
What do you mean we
I
were?
don't-
Where were you?
Yeah, no. We were alive, but like we were like 3, bro.
Yeah, 3 or
So
4.
like we
yeah.
weren't like really know what the fuck's going on.
I actually remember LeBron choking in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, really?
vividly.
I always sit and wonder, do they have these talks about LeBron when he was like Luka's age? Like the same shit. Like, is he a good enough leader?
No, they did, because I remember in 2010, it was like, this was my first vivid memory of watching like sports talk, right? It was like 2010, 2011. I think it was Skip Bayless, because of course it was. Anytime
Well,
you
wait, 2011, but that's
I'm
way
talking
older
about
than
like when he was in like his 4th
in
year.
his third and fourth, I remember there was a long time where people talked about LeBron as a leader. Do you not remember that?
I
Up
know-
until
oh,
like
yeah, I know.
2018.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then in 2018 happened, they were like, okay, he's fine, he's
The
got
thing,
it. Like,
Luka's young, bro. Like
he is, but
he's
that
like
doesn't mean he
23,
doesn't
bro.
shoulder
Relax.
blame for what happened.
I know he's still young. Like,
If
he's
you don't
got-
play both
he's
sides
got-
of the ball, you
he's
can't
got, I
not
think
have
he's got
blame.
plenty of time, bro.
He does. He has
Just give
plenty
him,
of time.
like-
But in terms of failure towards the end of the year, when you are the best player on your team, you are supposed to be able to. I don't see people rallying around Luka the way I see them rallying around. Like, people make fun. They call it glazing. They call it whatever when people like
all I know is last
like-
year they did, bro.
talk about LeBron or talk about Steph. But those guys rally around them. They want to play with. People want to play with Steph. People want to play with LeBron. Do people want to play with Luka?
I
I
would-
don't know, but
I
last
would-
year was different. I feel like that playoff team, like that playoff.
Were they
run,
really like? Do you remember even like something like
was that
last
playoff
week?
Run, even them being a good team, was like Jalen Brunson
It was Jalen Brunson.
and Luka.
Jalen Brunson
It was-
was. Jalen
Don't
Brunson
even
was
get me started,
so
bro. I was out
important.
here falling, fainting down in Game 7 of the Sun series, bro. Obviously, if you're a team's best player, you're always gonna get the most.
And I think that's fair. I
It
think
is fair.
you
It
get the
is
most
fair,
credit
yeah.
and you get the most blame.
It comes with it.
At the like, the front office is gonna do what they're gonna do, and the coach is gonna do what he's gonna do. But at the end of the day, you're out there and you're the one playing basketball.
I do think Dallas, dude, they just got a lot of bad contracts on that team, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them.
And they also have a big expiring
Because
contract.
Luka can't get anyone else, and I have this kind of theory where I don't know what is it xenophobic the word where like it's that's not the word, but like there's a bias for people in your country versus out your country, or maybe it's like a ethnic thing. I forget what it is.
Yeah,
But pretty
something
much,
like that.
I don't think international talent like Luka, Dirk, Giannis, they don't really attract free agents. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
just
the
because
Bucks got
they're not
some
really
shit.
you know like
the Bucks got
That's odd to say that.
wait
Like,
Bucks got who? Bucks got who?
the Bucks got Bobby. They got
Bob-
Brooke. Well, was Brooke a trade?
No,
Mm.
Brook Lopez was the sign, but those
and
but
Drew was a trade, but he wants to be there.
Yeah.
I just
Grayson
think
Allen.
they have bad contracts because no one else really wants to play with Luka, and the only person who would
okay,
like,
no,
star-wise,
Bro,
I'm
they traded for Davis Bertans. They're not signing these guys to bad contracts. They're
Yeah, but
Who's
who
he
did they-
trading
them in.
for?
They're taking them in.
Yeah.
For
who
no
they
reason.
traded Porzingis for
Dude, they could have
Bertans.
Porzingis too. Damn.
No, Luka, but Porzingis, Luka's just such a hard superstar to build around, and it's even harder than LeBron James somehow.
Mhm.
When LeBron, you just need to shoot. If you can shoot the ball and your center can rebound and play defense, that's all you really need. With Luka, your role
This-
players need a lot.
The thing is with Luka, every move in his skill set takes time to get to. The reason like people compare Luka to LeBron, but the reason, and this is going to sound really simple, and I apologize if I'm not as nuanced in basketball as other people watching this, but LeBron, with the way he is able to take one step or two steps or make a quick move or take a quick shot, and that can be his game,
How the
and then
fuck
he
can
can
he
be a
still do
distributor.
that?
It's crazy, and the way he's gotten better. But I'm talking about like, even in his early years, dude
His
would
his
catch
early
the
years,
ball.
it's just like,
Dude would
oh,
catch the ball at the top of the 3-point line, one dribble, 1-2, he's in the paint, and you're not stopping him. Luka can't do that. And Luka's also not a good catch and shoot player from anywhere on the court. He's not good at catching and shooting the ball, right? He needs to get to his move. He needs to like get someone on his hip, get someone on his shoulder, get to his post up in the paint. And the problem with that is when you have a superstar who, to score, needs to run at least 6 seconds off the shot clock, or at least 7 seconds off the shot clock, that limits what you can do offensively, right?
Yeah.
And for other players, I'm sure that's frustrating to watch. Like LeBron, you know if you're open in the corner, you're getting the ball. Luka, you don't know, because by the time he gets into a position where the defense sucks in, there might be 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And then you're either taking a pressured shot or he's taking a contested shot.
I think I speak for everybody when I say no one expected Luka to be this good this early in his career.
No.
Nobody
We
ever.
can talk about the whole Mavericks actual rebuild like later, but just man, Mark Cuban messed that up, or whoever their GM is. I don't know who it is.
No, I just think no one expected him to be that good this early. So I think just give him time, bro.
Mhm.
You got to realize these players are young still.